والذين هاجروا في الله من بعد ما ظلموا لنبوئنهم في الدنيا حسنة ولا أجر الآخرة أكبر لو كانوا يعلمون.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Darren Harris, also known as Abdul Muhsin, and on this channel I give you the tips, tricks, and the inside scoop to make you the best person possible. So in today's video, pretty much what I'm going to go over with you is how, a little bit of information and how you can get a freelance visa here in Dubai. Stick around to the end, you don't want to miss this. Okay. All right, so guys, this freelance visa topic, I'll be 100% honest, this is getting ready to open a can of worms. Now, there's so much information that's already out there about freelance visas, and it has been a bit of a trend. I know a lot of people who are coming from the West, such as America, England, France, and many other places that's coming to the UAE under the guise of freelance visa. So today I wanted to dive a little bit deep and into this topic and try to help my viewers out in regards to this. So the first thing is, what is a freelance visa? In Dubai and in the UAE, freelance visa can be broken down into two different topics. One, it can be like a license, or two, it can be somewhat perceived to be as a freelance visa. Now, the difference between the two is that with the freelance license, it's a license that gives you the title that you are such and such in a brand, that you become a brand underneath a license. I am licensed as a photographer, and I operate and work in the UAE as a photographer. And with this topic, many high-level officials have joined on to this trend. Like, the government have programs about it, and even sometimes maybe when I'm like scrolling through like Instagram stories and stuff, I see so many ads like advertise a freelance visa, get your license, this and that. So guys, it's definitely trending, and to make the move to the UAE, there's kind of like no more excuses. So now I want to dive a little bit more deep, so let's go into that. Guys, normally in my videos I don't usually have paper, but I'm gonna use paper so I can get through this. So pretty much I took some notes. I spoke to some of the advisors and some very knowledgeable people here in the UAE. So from it, the notes I got is that there's like a lot of misinformation about licenses. It's a specific freelance visa license. To make it more simple, a simple way is that to get it, a freelance license or visa is through the visa. And some companies specialize in like issuing these visas. They will give you a title such as, like, for example, a musician, an artist, a pharmacist, a videographer, a graphic designer, etc. Then you will be registered as like a freelancer in the system. So for example, you may be a multimedia graphic designer underneath this company, but the company specializes in issuing out these titles and roles, you understand? So therefore you are a graphic designer underneath this company technically, and in reality as an employee under them, but they assign you an NOC to go out and explore your talents and work for other companies. They do not have an objection to you doing that. So pretty much what I was saying is that, like, you'll get the role through the company, and they will issue the title and you operate as a freelancer under that company. But now, this can get quite confusing, because now people may say, but am I employed or am I a freelancer? Do I have a license? Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to do that? Blah, 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 all the rest of the questions. If you need more in-depth like information and you're that particular and you're so worried about all this stuff, reach out to us. We will help you, but there's nothing to worry about. No one's not trying to confuse you. You may look at different videos on YouTube that may come across with different advice, or you may have heard something else, but it's best just to communicate and do the research either yourself or ask me and I will help you. When researching, you may see like a lot of people get let off by this. Like, some people get let off by this, like, oh no, I thought I was a freelancer under my own thing, this and that. And I don't have any objection to those people. Like, totally understand it. Anybody who understands that, like, I'm self-employed, like I'm a photographer, I'm willing to do weddings, I'm willing to do anything that is revolved around photography, whether I'm working for the highest companies or if I'm working for the guy down the road. Like, someone who's truly a self-employed, a hustler, or a freelancer, they're not concerned whether they're underneath a company and they have a visa and they're working by themselves. The main thing is hustle hard, being where you want to be, doing what you got to do. That's the main thing, especially out here in the UAE. What I've realized is that if you bring something to the table, like no matter what you do, like I heard many people who went to school to be, for example, say they went to school for biology, but they are a video editor for a company. You know, like these things, titles don't get so behind titles and this and that. Like, do what you gotta do, hustle and grind. That's the main message. So in result of this, many people, they get a license that states their activities. You can work as a freelancer in the UAE under the particular title. You can work in the UAE under that particular title. It will allow you to get jobs and stuff and do whatever you really want to do. And also, like I said earlier, the government has made programs for this, and they're aware of it, and they're pushing it, and it's really easy for people to get these visas now to be a freelancer. Now, it doesn't mean you just get a freelance visa, you come to the UAE, and you just sit back on your behind and say, oh, I got a visa, I'm able to be here for 2 years, I don't have to work this or that. No, you should have stuff going on back at your home country. If you're from England, you should have stuff going on in England. If you're from America or France, wherever, you should have a portfolio, you should have everything. You don't come here on slack mode where that, oh, I got the visa, I got the license, I'm here, I can chill, I don't have to do nothing, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you gotta be about it. Like, that's the main message of this video, is like, if you're gonna be a freelancer, you're your own boss, you're self-employed. No company gonna reach out to you, oh, are you coming to work, this, that. No, you gotta be hungry for it. And I'm looking dead in, you gotta be hungry. You gotta want this. It's not gonna get given to you on a silver platter. You gotta really want this. So if you come here on a freelance visa, no, you're leaving that back, all that, give me this, give me that in the behind, and you come in here to be a grinder, a warrior. You're gonna have to make sacrifices. You're gonna meet many people. People may try to scam you, as you can see from the video above. If I link it above, many things will happen. But if you're on a freelance thing, they welcome you, but you gotta prove your worth, and you gotta make it happen here. So that's pretty much it for this video, is that freelance, it give you a lot of freedom. You come in under the thing, you can be underneath a company, this, or that. If anyone's interested in get a freelance visa, leave that down in the comments, guys. I will help you get that. Not try to help you, I will get you that. But you gotta be prepared, and you gotta know what's going on. And also, with the freelance visa, through the company, you can bring your wife and your kids and your family here. It allows you to work for any company and things like that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment. And that's it for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.